Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome. Thank you for joining us in this delivery of Well, our monthly lunch hour session, lunch break session on your holistic well-being. I'm Biljon. I'm from Well, also General Blue Star, and today we're going to have some discussion on financial well-being. Now, when you heard the word initially and you saw the advert for this, you had some idea what could financial well-being be. We can dive in a bit deeper today and explore more of that. If you have any questions, you're welcome to post that on the Q&A section or on the chat section. We'll also open the floor at the end for questions you can ask online. So let's dive in. What is financial well-being? Financial well-being is the state where an individual has control over their day-to-day finances, is prepared for the unexpected, is on track to meet their financial goals, and has the freedom to make choices that allow them to enjoy life. If you only remember that today, then you'll be quite on your way to financial well-being. That is the larger idea behind what we want to achieve with financial well-being. First off, to have control of your finances as well. Can you manage your expenses and your debt effectively? What is your capacity to absorb financial shocks? Do you have an emergency fund? Do you have insurance in place? Meeting your financial goals. Can you meet your goals? Are you building your wealth? Are you planning for the future? Do you have the financial freedom to make life choices? In other words, can you pursue what matters to you without any financial stress? Many people are caught up in their lives. They're caught up in the day-to-day work that they have no freedom to make any choices. Do you have that freedom? Do you want to achieve that freedom eventually? Then we go a bit deeper and talk more on financial well-being. So why is financial well-being important? First off, it will reduce stress. The biggest stress factor people has is financials, is their finances. Can you achieve that freedom to have no stress? We're going to also talk about later about life transitions. There's major changes in your life. Some of them unexpected, some of them planned, but maybe they come along too quick. How do we manage and guide these financial life transitions? It will help you with improved decision making. If you have the necessary financial well-being, you have that improved decision making capabilities, and your freedom to move, to make choices. And some great opportunities maybe along the way as well. Can you have everything in place that when opportunity comes, you can take that up and do that without any stress or anxiety. There's 4 pillars of well-being. The first pillar is income stability. You must understand your cash flow. Do you know what comes in? Do you know what goes out? Do you have enough savings? Do you have investments? Do you have a reliable income stream, and can you manage your debt effectively? The second pillar, protection against the unexpected. Do you have an emergency fund? If not, that's maybe the biggest step you can take today to start an emergency fund. Make sure you have 3 to 6 months worth of your monthly expenses in a separate account for whenever the day may come. Also get adequate insurance for your health, medical aid, for your life insurance and disability, and your property, your short-term insurance, also for your car. Make sure that is in place. Everything helps to be protected against the unexpected, because the biggest certainty of life is the uncertainty. So make sure you know when something unexpected comes along that you are quite ready for that in terms of your financial positioning. Then the third pillar, planning for the future. Do you have financial goals? And do you have a retirement plan? When do you plan to retire? Can you retire? Do you have enough provision for that? Make sure that your long-term investments, your strategies are all in place for you to achieve wealth. Wealth is close also to financial well-being. There are flip sides of maybe the same coin. How do you assess your current financial well-being? There's a few questions to ask yourself. And as we go through this, try to answer this. Try to see where are you in your way to a financial well-being. Are you living within your means? Do you have money left at the end of every month? Or are there too much month left at the end of your money? Ask that question for yourself. Do you have enough saved for emergencies? As I've said, maybe the biggest thing today, start saving for an emergency. Make sure you have that in an account to have that stability. Are you confident about your financial future? If you look at your current job, your current income, and the expectant increases on that, will you be able to have a confident and be confident in your financial future? Can you make financial decisions without any anxiety? 4 main questions. So, rate your well-being on the scale 1 to 10 on each pillar we discussed earlier. That's also more or less the questions previously. And identify the areas in which you need the most improvement on. And start working on that. Make a plan, start putting stuff in place, talk to a professional, and get everything in place. What are the key steps you can take to improve your financial well-being? First off, create a budget, and not only create a budget, stick to it. If you can manage your expenses and your income with that, you are one step along your way to financial well-being. Understand where your money goes, what comes in, what goes out. Track your expenses, make adjustments if necessary. You will see where you are wasting money. Try to turn it around and spend it more wisely. Allocate some money to savings and investments. The biggest rule when it comes to finances, financial well-being, is pay yourself first. That does not mean to have some spending money. Use that money, that first check you give yourself, not the company. You give a check to yourself. You start saving that. Put it away in investment and build wealth. Also, emergency fund. We have spoken about that. Get proper insurance coverage. Most people will not be able to accumulate enough to protect themselves against the uncertainties of life. That is why we have life insurance. To be prepared for unexpected. For whatever happens, that we have enough provision. Because that can happen earlier or later, maybe never, then you're lucky. But for in case that may happen, to have that peace of mind that I have something else also in place. My income is protected, my life is protected, my family will be okay if I fall away. If I get a disease, I'll be protected. Make sure that is all in place for you. Also your assets, just as important. You worked your whole life to accumulate certain assets. Protect that asset. If you lose it by any means, can you replace that? Usually we don't have the money to do that. You can have insurance for that. Get long-term goals. Your biggest long-term goal for every person will be retirement. Can you retire? Can you retire on the same level you're used to that you had before retirement? Can that be achieved also after retirement? Review your goals, adjust it, and make changes when necessary. Focus on your retirement. That's very important because the reality currently is only 6% of South Africans can actually retire on that same level that we used to before retirement. Make sure you can achieve that. If you have debts, try to reduce it as quickly as possible. manage that. Be wary of taking up more debt. Protect that. Make sure that the income you use more wisely than only paying off debt. Make sure what the interest rates are and see how you can pay off the biggest one earlier, or the one with the highest interest earlier than the others, and just start with that. I'll get to that later as well. If possible, there's many opportunities these days to consolidate your debt, get low interest rates, more manageable to pay off the debt, not take up new debt, and just saving for whatever you want. The other golden rule of life is when you want to buy something, save for it. Save a larger deposit for that. Then you buy it. We can wait a bit for those things in life we really want. Save for that, and you'll have less debt when you actually must go and buy it. So what habits can you start working on to help you achieve long-term success in your finances? First off, practice consistency. Just start saving. If you are still young, if you just received your first paycheck, start saving now. Take 10%, take 20% of that, put that away. Get used to that. If you do it now, we'll never have a problem later to see, oh shucks, how am I going to get some money in my budget to save now? Start as early as you can. Otherwise, adjust your budget and do that. Stay informed. Educate yourself. Educate yourself about finances, investments, and market conditions. Maybe you've seen in the media, the whole talk about interest rates. Hopefully, we'll get some good news. But whatever happens, you must be prepared. We got used to it for the past few months, but what will happen after this? How can you spend your money now, what you maybe have extra bit per month? Engage a financial advisor. We all are professionals. The industry is much more professionalized. Get a financial advisor to walk this road with you. We can help with clarity, we can help you to stay on track. Start with a budget, get an advisor, start saving. That is the 3 steps you need to take. And make a mindset shift. Embrace a growth mindset. Don't have a fixed mindset. Have a growth mindset about money. Yes, we all have money baggage we carry around from the ways we were brought up, or maybe our first experiences when we first started receiving an income. But change your mindset about money. Money is not a burden. Money can help you achieve financial freedom and help you along your way to financial well-being. This is a journey, not a destination. There's no destination when it comes to money. It's a journey. So get on this journey with us. A quick case study. What can this road look like? This is a story about Sarah and her financial transformation. Let me give you some background on Sarah. Sarah, a young professional who early on struggled with credit cards, debts, and lacked savings. She felt totally overwhelmed. The reason many people get stuck in this debt trap because we take up all the opportunities we can get for debt. When a company comes to you and offer you a credit card, you usually take it up. Why not? But you need to repay that. You want to buy a nice car, you see the amount you must pay per month, and you think, I can do that. Let's do it. And when you see again 80% of your income goes towards repaying debt, and you have not much to show for that. So do not get trapped into debt. So what she did, she started with a spending plan, a budget. If you want to receive a budget template from us, you are welcome just to pop your email address into the chat function and we'll send you a budget template to use. You can track your spending. That's what she did. Pay off the high interest credit card debt using a snowball method. So start with the smallest one first. If that is paid off, that money rolls over to the next one, and to the next one, and to the next one. As you get a snowball effect and start paying off all the debt. So start with the smallest ones first. Have small milestones, small wins as well. and carry on with that. Build a 3-month emergency fund. She did that. She started saving towards emergency fund, and she got 3 months of expenses into an account for in case something happens. She started investing in a retirement account, and she started making regular contributions. The more you do this, the better it will be, doesn't it? I will always go about how much growth I'm going to get on the investment. The thing is, the most important thing is just start saving on a consistent basis for that. Then you will eventually get somewhere. But if it's about growth is, we need that. But the more consistent you do this, contributions, the easier you will achieve that. So the outcome is within 2 years, Sarah achieved financial stability, saved for a future, and gained peace of mind. She got into new habits, still saving, still carrying on, still contributing towards retirement. So the takeaway for you today, small, actionable steps towards financial well-being can lead to significant transformations over time. Just do this on a consistent basis. Maybe you've heard this many times before. Start saving, have a budget, and make sure you can retire. Everything's in place for that. There's some tools to use as well. Stuff that makes our lives easier. There's budget tools to use. There are some apps, there are some spreadsheets. We have a spreadsheet available, so you're welcome to pop your email and we will send that to you. Any emergency fund savings, do that. Start saving on a tax-free account. You will eventually have the benefit of saving tax-free for your expenses. Retirement planning, there's a few tools available as well, some calculators, or approach us as financial advisors as well. There's some platforms to use, Easy Equities and Satrix. Some of the platforms to use to start investing in, but make sure you know what you are investing in, for how long you must invest in that, and how you are going to approach when markets start to be much more volatile than we are used to. Just some tools to use to support your financial well-being. Financial well-being will also assist us with life transitions. Some transitions, just very basic, starting a family, buying a home, switching careers, or starting business, and retirement. But there's also some major stuff that comes over our path that we are not prepared for. But through all these transitions, your financial well-being will assist you that you can make changes if necessary, because you have the freedom to make the choices. So the role of financial well-being is that during all these transitions, a foundation of financial well-being allows you to face uncertainty with confidence, ensuring that your financial plan evolves with your life. So whatever happens to you or in your life, make sure everything is in place, can be adapted for that. And that's why you need a professional on your side. You don't have to be a financial professional. Just partner with one. And we are here to assist. So what steps must you take? First off, assess your current financial situation honestly. Be honest with yourself. Know what you're spending money on. Yes, you are going to be confronted with some expenses you make. See how you can work with that, or just maybe cancel that and make a better choice in the next phase. Make simple, actionable plan targeting the 4 pillars. Make sure you can do that. Third step, reach out to a financial professional and to ensure you're on track. Let them provide you with advice. Everybody has the expertise in life. And educate yourself and commit to regular financial check-ins. Either with your financial advisor, or get somebody that who can help you accountable. Make sure that somebody you can share what you're busy with. Hold each other accountable. And then lastly, financial well-being isn't about being wealthy. It's about having control, resilience, the freedom to live life on your terms. By taking consistent, mindful steps, anyone can achieve financial peace of mind. Take the necessary steps and achieve your financial well-being. That is the path to lasting peace of mind. Any questions, any contributions? I'll open the floor. Please let me know. Yeah, okay. I don't see any questions currently. I'm just not seeing everything. Let me have a look here. No questions. So thank you, everybody. I appreciate your time. You're welcome to come in contact with us, and we will gladly assist. Have a good day. I'm signing off. Have a good day. Bye-bye.